punishment and law. What was involved in punishment in the local Eora Nation?
Well, as with a lot of other Aboriginal nations, law was the same law all over. There were laws that you'd never even think about breaking. Incest, stealing. There were even laws about fighting here. And as with a lot of the laws with a lot of Aboriginal people all over this country, it's always about your land. People coming into your land that haven't been welcome to your land. It's always about women and children. And they were looked after, and they were covered by law of your nations. And they were very strict. You break them, you suffer the consequences.
What would those consequences be?
Well, they could vary. They could vary from a flogging, and I mean, when you're flogged, you're flogged. You know, with an nullah, piece of wood, spearing, and banishment from clan lands, never to return.
I know that the scientists, Denise and Joe and Richard Fulliger and all that, they're quite ecstatic to find a 4,000-year-old skeleton that shows that these rituals, you know, have been taking place for so long. Am I guessing right that it didn't surprise you?
No, these things have been going on here for bloody 10,000 years, you know, and you know, blackfellas, we know about these things. We know that happen, but when people outside of Aboriginal people find these things, it's quite fascinating to them, and it's just like they've found a cake of soap in the bar. And they get very excited about it, and we don't mind this. You know, they can be like that way and do these studies for the benefit of themselves and for the Aboriginal people. When we got this going and we wanted to find out how old this guy was, that was more or less. Well, we fellas, us black fellas, have been telling you, we've been here for over 10,000 years. You know, and things like this that come along prove our point.
Mm.